Okay. So this is a video response to Real Man Allen 73. His video was called Black Women, the So-Called Backbone of the Black Community. Now this is an older video, but I enjoy watching his videos, so you know what? I'm gonna do a video response to it. Because I have a lot to say all the time. So, yeah. This one, I didn't, I disagreed with in the sense that it primarily associated or was trying to imply that black women and the AIDS epidemic correlates with their failure as the backbone of the black community or something like this. Now, first of all, you're going to start off like, why are you making excuses for these black women? First of all, I am a black woman. Now, okay, when something doesn't apply to all black people, don't you jump up and get offended and be like, why are you saying this about black people? Why are you stereotyping us? Why are you lumping us all into this one category? It's funny how black people always say that, but then they go and make generalizations about the opposite gender. So I'm going to try and set us on track and give the other perspective. Because he's not wrong. Being promiscuous and AIDS, they do go hand in hand. But that's not the only reason. Otherwise, there's a lot of girls that I would know right now that should be dead and aren't. And there's some women that I know are dead that shouldn't be, according to that logic. So, yes. This is kind of a tough topic for me, so I will be peaks and valleys in moods, kind of. So yeah. So let's start off. Possible reasons for why black women get AIDS. Ignorance. You know that saying, ignorance of the law doesn't make you exempt from the law? It's like that. They are unaware of STDs, what they are, what they can do, but that doesn't stop them from getting it. In fact, it increases the chances because you're less likely to be safe if you don't perceive that there is a threat out there. So, I'm just going to start off with a bit of a health lesson. What is AIDS? AIDS. I believe the acronym stands for Autoimmunodeficiency Syndrome. Something along those lines. I can't remember the last time I read on this topic was when I was in grade 9. So I can't tell you the definition, but I can tell you what it is. Essentially what happens is the immune system is weakened. Primarily your helper T cells. Okay, and these are what notify the other cells that there's a threat. So your first line of defense, boom, knocked out. So AIDS is not what kills you, it's the actual diseases that come after. Like the common cold can kill you if you have AIDS and you don't have enough antibodies to fight the disease. Another thing, HIV is not AIDS. HIV leads to AIDS if you're HIV positive. A big misconception that people have is, oh, Magic Johnson beat AIDS. If he can do it, I can do it. And you know what? He's a black person. I'm a black person. So maybe black people are less likely to die of AIDS. Wrong. Okay. I mean, if that were true, there wouldn't be so many people dying in Africa. It's because he can afford the very expensive HIV medication. And he did not beat AIDS. He's living with HIV. Okay. So now that we've got that out of the way, I mean, they don't just have an ignorance of AIDS, but it's other STDs as well. And some girls are scared to get tested or ask their partner to get tested. I mean, some people don't even ask, and the ones that do are satisfied with the most inadequate answers. Like, it just scares me. I mean, like, here's a little tidbit of information. A, a person I know, what happened was, she was dating this guy. He cheated on her with this girl who is known to be loose around town. Okay? She got chlamydia from her boyfriend who had been cheating on her. Okay? Now, that girl who's been around the block slept with this other girl's boyfriend. Now, he gets chlamydia. Then he gives it to the other girl. Why? She was under the assumption that we're in a committed relationship, you're going to be faithful. But I've seen it time and time again. There are guys who are very successful at hiding these things from their girlfriend or girlfriends. They've been managed to maintain several independent relationships. So they're just unaware of the activities of their partner. Now, some of them, yes, there are signs, and others there aren't. So I can understand that. Another thing, guys tend to be carriers of diseases, so the disease doesn't really affect them, but they pass it on and it hurts women. Like, women get cervical cancer from men. I don't know, I have to look into that in greater detail, but essentially that's what happens. Some interaction with a man causes cells in the cervix to become cancerous. So, yeah. So obviously a man is not going to be affected by ovarian cancer. Not just that. I've seen many smart girls just do stupid things for guys. The fact of the matter is, girls want sex just as much as guys do. I mean, let's be honest. This whole gatekeeper thing, that's just nonsense, okay? You're both adults. If you want sex, what makes you think that she doesn't? You're both adults. You should be responsible for yourself. What makes you think that she should be responsible for the both of you? I mean, if she has AIDS, you'll get it too. So if it works that way when it comes to STDs, why shouldn't it be the same with children? If you don't want a kid, protect yourself. Because you're going to end up paying child support in the long run. Don't come bitching and moaning when you get stuck with that court order to pay your child support. If you didn't want kids, use a rubber. Or you know what? Better yet, abstinence. I mean, guys are the ones who are usually pressuring girls for sex. Trust me. Me being a virgin, if you date a guy, he doesn't like to hear the word no. It doesn't end at, like, I can't just say no. He's gonna beg, he's gonna plead, he's gonna cry, he's gonna get mad, and then finally he's just gonna accept it. But some women don't have that kind of patience, and they just cave, or maybe she just wants it as badly as he does. She can't be responsible for the both of you. She is only human. And that is why we have these problems. Especially because you think a girl really cares if a guy is wearing a rubber or not, like in terms of feeling. I don't know. I don't have expertise in that field, but I'm just saying. Usually it's the guy pressuring the girl not to wear the condom. So, there you go. See, that's why I don't understand the correlation between what happens in the bedroom and being the backbones of society. Usually what you do behind closed doors, that's your business. And when you're in the household structure, I mean, children are consciously aware that their parents are having sex. They don't want to think about it because that's not a part, that has nothing to do with them. That has nothing to do with them. Oh, a baby came? Ooh, lovely. But you don't think about, oh, my parents had sex to make that baby. At least I don't, or try not to. I try really hard not to. So yeah, that's why I don't understand the correlation. And I agree. If you're gonna be the backbone of society, you can't be that fragile. But from the looks of it, the black community is in shambles anyways. Were their leaders 50 years ago predominantly male? Yes. Was the backbone of society predominantly females? Yes. So it's not like that anymore. You couldn't say the same for either gender. So I really don't see what that has to do with anything. Not just that, people don't even bother to take the time to get to know people these days. Like me, being the timid person that I am, I have to know you very, very, very well before I ever do anything with you of that nature that puts me at risk. But, I get made fun of that a lot by people. Yeah, I know I'm a bit, I don't even know the word for it. But it's better safe than sorry. I know several girls who've got STDs. There's one girl who cannot have kids because of ovarian scarring due to contracting an STD. Now, but right now, one night stands are the norm. You're not cool unless you have a sex tape or send out nude pics. So, a part of it is our culture. And it's not just like back in the day you had to get to know someone, but the age kids are having sex is a lot younger and younger and younger, and you have older guys who are taking advantage of these younger girls, and so they're having experiences they shouldn't be having at these young ages, and that messes them up. I mean, I know children talking about getting boyfriends, and you have 14-year-old Amber Coles giving head to guys outside of the schoolyard. This is not normal. And right now, I think the best analogy for this is I'm writing a test, and I keep getting the answer wrong over and over and over again. And you are sitting there judging me, calling me stupid, making fun of me, and degrading me. I mean, I feel bad that I'm stupid. I really do. But you saying I'm stupid over and over and over again isn't going to help me any. Even if I try, I still don't know the damn answer. You knowing the answer, why aren't you giving me the solution? You don't need to give me the answer. You just need to give me the tools so that I can be able to achieve the answer. But if you keep sitting there and letting these people make the same mistake over and over and over again, they become complacent. This becomes the norm for them. They don't care. At that point, they get tired and they're satisfied with whatever answer they have written down. Okay? What's done is done. That can't affect them. So what if I'm having indiscriminate sex and I get an STD? Oh well, I've been wronged all this time. They start making excuses for themselves. That's the best they can do. That's the best they can do. If you don't help them, don't come crying when they fuck up. Whose fault is that at what point? You see them making a mistake? Help them. Not make fun of them. And I'm not saying you were making fun of them. I'm not saying it. But I do feel a sense of passing judgment. Almost like a superiority type thing. Like, you think you're so great? Well, let me knock you down a couple pegs. And while you're down there, I'll just kick you too. That's what it felt like to me. And now, I know I shouldn't be all offended because it's not me, but it still hurts. I mean, when somebody insults black people, you're my people, okay? I'm a part of that group. It hurts me. It hurts me when things like this are being said. And I just want us to get along, work together for a common good, instead of divide. It's not helping anyone. It's not. But yeah.